Right, so first step is first. I have my incense and on my incense burner at first, and as you can see it's lit and I'm timing it. Now at first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark every 10 minutes, okay? We're going to go by 10 minutes. For mine I'm doing 10 minutes because incense only lasts so long. Okay, so this is about 15 minutes in. So 15 minutes in so far. What I do is I take an exact same incense length and I match it up to the base and I see how far I've gotten down. Now it should have been another, I've timed it, it should have been another 5 minutes. So if I'm correct, this right here, this little line, is another 5 minutes, so it should be 25. And it makes sense if you think about it. Look, so far I've gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and they're all about the same length apart so far. It might be a little off due to wind conditions, I noticed. I noticed about the only factor that might change this is if it's breezy. Just like right now, I noticed that one 5 minute might burn down just a tad bit sooner before the other 5 minutes, but it's still about the same. It's still pretty much a general exact 5 minutes. Just give it like another 30 seconds. Give or take 30 seconds at the end of your timing because of breeze. You know, sometimes this incense might burn a little quicker if the breeze is going as compared to if the air is stale outside or something like that, or if you're moving around a lot, you know, that might invoke the ember to burn a little faster. That's the only thing I can think of that might make a difference at all. But again, it's just a minute difference, nothing to matter. So after you're done burning a couple incense to get your times, you've made your marks, now drill holes, okay? The key part here is to drill a hole big enough, okay? Don't drill a small hole, drill a nice big hole. So now not only can you see the ember, okay? You want to be able to see the ember when it reaches the hole, okay? Also to allow airflow so that the ember stays lit. But yeah, after you've made your time, you've calculated your time by burning a couple incense, you got it down, drill the holes, stick a incense inside, make sure that it's aligned to your time intervals that you've marked, and let's go test it out. We have it completely made, the incense sticking out. The incense starts here, goes down all the way to here, should be exactly half an hour. Alright, see, it's lit. So it started, incense right into the middle, so it's not touching the walls, it's not affecting it in any way. We're going to wait for that ember to reach our 5 minute mark. As this is burning, I want to like verbally tell you some more tips on how to use this thing. Not only is it good for obviously telling time, that's what we're making it for, but for telling distance. So if you're heading out onto a wilderness path from town to town, and you want to make sure you get there in time for the night attack or whatever it is, the mission at hand, okay? By telling 5 minutes, 10 minutes, usually as a person, you have a general idea as to how far you can travel within minutes. You know the time it takes to travel, you know, half a mile, you know, for instance, if you ride a bicycle or something like that, a car, you know, anything, you usually time how long it takes to get there by that method of transportation or walking or whatever. You know, people say, you know, oh hey, from here to this place it's only like a 15, 10, 20 minute drive, man. Same thing, they needed to have that idea of how long it would take to get somewhere. So if they know it takes like 100 and something steps, usually happens in about like 10 to 15 minutes. So they look at their stick and they see the ember has passed down to 15 minutes. They know that they've traveled about this far. This is also a way to keep track of the distance you've traveled.
as long as you make that comparison correctly and you have your own very good idea of how the distance that you can travel in feet and things like that. I remember the historical ninjutsu research team talked about counting footsteps before. You know, if you get really good at that, you get an idea of how far you travel with your stride, your walking patterns. Again, as long if you have this tool with you right here, your incense timer, you compare the time to your footsteps, and you can get a very good idea of the distance you have traveled within that time frame. Okay, this is also a good way to use this tool.
Alright, sure enough guys, it's been about 5 minutes, okay? And looky what we got here. Right there at the 5-minute mark, we have our ember. Pretty accurate, really. That was exactly 5 minutes, and look at that. Well, now that I'm talking, it's slowly surpassing that little mark, but it was right on it. Alright, I can't see the second one, so we're just going to have to wait another 10 minutes so that you can see where the 15 marker ends up. So let's wait another 15 minutes, see how accurate it ends up, so that you guys can fully see. Now this should be reaching the 20-minute mark. See? And there the ember is right before the 20-minute mark. Now we're actually going to go ahead and watch as it hits the 20-minute mark. See? The ember will slowly burn until it reaches a time mark. And you would actually peek through these holes and you would tell time by where that ember is. Right? Another 5 minutes has passed. Sure enough, bam, look at that. Line to line. Exact. 5 minutes into my sandwich. Factor is movement, you know. You can wear this, run around with it, dance, and as long as you have the incense firmly in there, it's not going to go out, it's not going to fall out, it's not going to hit the walls and then go out or damage the rate that it burns. And there you go. Give it some movement, really actually prove. See, I'm not messing with the incense stick itself. Sure enough, it stays in the middle. See that? Firmly shake it out. I'm trying to throw that out. Look at it, still going, still there. Walk around with it, jump up and down with it, and it doesn't move.
So my ember was just passing my 30 mark, and my end mark, meaning right where it touches the wood, is right here. So it's pretty much finished. You guys saw every stage of it, and it was. I'm here to tell you, I did keep a face clock nearby, and I did accurately compare it, and this was accurate to every minute. Okay, it worked well. After a half an hour has passed, I pull out the old sticks, toss them, put in a new one. Okay. And make sure it's exactly accurate. In other words, the very top, just at the 0 mark for starting time. And up. And there it is. Ready to go again. Another half an hour.